guys, it's Lucy and Kelly here. So last week we got to officially announce that we are ambassadors for Kidscape. So today we wanted to jump back on here to explain why Kidscape and why anti-bullying means so much to us.
Okay, so when we were in high school, we have to admit that it wasn't our favourite place in the world. And there are a few reasons why. So we were probably the only two girls in the school who loved professional wrestling, and Jeff Hardy was our absolute idol. And it constantly felt like we were having to justify that, and we were having to stand up for Jeff on a day-to-day basis, you know? And it might seem like such a small thing, but hearing things like Jeff Hardy sucks, or wrestling sucks, or, you know, just loads of comments like that, it really started to grate on us and upset us, and it made us feel like we didn't fit anywhere or we didn't belong, and the things that we liked were stupid.
Yeah, and another thing we had to deal with a lot was comments, you know, just odd comments like that about what we loved, but also just walking down the corridor and feeling like people would look at us, smirk, laugh, look at us in disgust, and often they would just go, twins, and
just
like
that word,
scoff, just that one word, but the tone in which it was said really upset us. And partly the reason it upset us was because it was confusing. It was like, well, in our brains we knew enough to go, well, yeah, we are twins, that's who we are, and we love being twins, but then it was so confusing as to why someone would use that as an insult, like somebody would use that as a way to shoot a dagger at you, as if to say, well, you should feel ashamed and you should feel insecure about that. And it did a lot of the time things that we don't understand, especially when other kids can be mean or other kids can say certain things or do certain things. When we don't understand them, it can often make us feel confused, and
we felt like we were doing something wrong. Like,
yes,
we felt like with all those things kind of adding up, especially that one, like 32 years later, well, 32 years later, but at 32 years old, now at 32, those kind of comments, and like literally that one word just made us feel like we were doing something wrong. Like anytime people looked at us, it was like, oh, wait, are we? And for two people who were very shy and who had dealt as well with being the sort of awkward people in the corner, when we used to get people trying to kind of stir rumours and say, oh, Kelly said this and Lucy said this, and we'd just kind of sit there not knowing what to do, and we'd be paralysed like, what are they doing? Like, I haven't said anything wrong. I didn't say anything bad. So for us, high school was that kind of going through all those emotions, growing up and kind of going through those growing pains, but then dealing with those comments and dealing with those things that sometimes we didn't understand. We just couldn't grasp why people constantly felt like the need to kind of say mean things about things we loved or about who we were. And so that is one of the reasons why Kidscape just means the world to us, and this partnership with Kidscape means the world to us.
Because we don't want any child, and we don't believe any child should be made to feel bad about something that they love. Like when something makes us happy, we just want everybody to be happy. We just want everybody to feel the love. But we would never be the people that if someone came up to us and said, I love this, if we didn't like that, our brains from a very young age knew that, well, if that makes them happy, I'm not going to say anything nasty.
And you know what, to that, can I tell you a story? One day, because this when we were going through, we loved Good Charlotte too in high school, and that was a whole other kettle of fish where we didn't quite fit with the punk scene, but we loved Good Charlotte. And the anthem was our jam every morning to get us to school, to help us get there. And one day I remember it was somebody saying, Good Charlotte suck, they can't sing, just saying a load of things. And I don't know if we were in the same class, it was an art class. And we just decided to turn around and say, well, that rapper that you like, he sucks. And it felt horrible. And then that person turned around as if to go, don't call call the person I love. And we just sat there thinking, but you've just spent so long calling the things that I love. That's not fair. But in the same token, me and Kelly were like, I didn't like saying that. Like, that did not feel right at all. I don't want to call what they like. So again, it just kind of made us feel like we're just going to hop over here and love the things that we love and just
the one thing that we will say too is the fact that not just because we don't want to be mean to somebody else in the class, you might notice that we never like saying things that we dislike, because I might not like that rapper's music, but somebody else does. It's a person, and it's a person. Yeah. The reason we didn't like people calling Jeff Hardy sometimes was because we wanted to defend Jeff Hardy, because we felt mean that even though Jeff Hardy's on the other side of the world and he's probably never going to hear that person comment, we felt like, don't be mean to Jeff Hardy. That's being mean to Jeff Hardy. He might be sad if he heard that.
Doesn't deserve it. Nobody deserves to have somebody say that that's horrible, that's bad.
The reason we are so passionate about Kidscape is because we don't feel like anybody, adult, grown-up, anybody should be made to feel bad about something that they love, about something that sets their heart on fire. It
brings them joy.
We feel like every kid should be able to be themselves, embrace what they love, and be in an environment that is safe for them to do
and
so.
Encourages what
we want to encourage you all to be kind and to choose your words wisely and to choose carefully what you say, how you act, how you respond to somebody, because we may have been those girls in high school that loved wrestling and loved Jeff Hardy and wanted to be at Wembley Arena and got laughed at. However, years later, we were taking a picture with Jeff Hardy and we were performing at Wembley Arena. We were saying thank you to Jeff Hardy.
We got to say thank you to our idol, guys.
Exactly.
Like, look, we got to meet him and we never thought it would happen. That was 12 years after we got into wrestling.
Yes.
12 years after having those people call this man
yes.
and be mean about what we loved, and we never gave up on it. And
yes.
so our biggest thing is saying to you, the things that make you you, the things that bring you joy, the things that you love, never shy away from it. Never make somebody say that just because they think it sucks.
Yeah.
Never turn around and go, oh, well, I'm not going to love that anymore.
No.
And also, the things that make you you, we're twins. We can't not be twins, and we would never want to not be twins.
No.
That is who we are, and that is, things that make you you. Those, your face, your features, if you need to wear glasses, who you love, the people you love, the crushes you have, anything that makes you you, please never feel like
you have to shut them away.
Guilty for it or ashamed of it. Embrace everything that is you.
Yeah.
I'm getting too emotional. Just embrace everything that is you, and so that is one of the reasons why we will forever shout from the rooftops about being kind and loving who you are. So
and on a side note too, though, if you are at high school and you are struggling, or a club, anything that you go to, and or even online is a huge thing at the moment. If you are online and you are dealing with bullies, if you are dealing with people making you feel sad, any little thing that if it's making you sad and insecure, do not suffer alone. Don't sit there and think, oh, it will get better, but don't sit there thinking it'll go away, and if I don't mention it, it'll stop. Talk to somebody. Find an adult that you trust, find a friend that you trust, and make sure you are reaching out to people. Don't bottle it up. We were lucky. We always had each other, so we
always knew somebody was going through it at the same time, and that had both its good and bad of me and Kelly would shy in on each other, and we would have our own little community, and we could go and do that. But that was a fortunate thing that when somebody was saying those mean things, we had that person next to us, and you deserve to have that person next to you too. So and please do find that person.
Yes, you deserve to let it out. You deserve to be you. You should be you, and you shouldn't let anybody stop you doing that.
Because
so reach
you
out.
Are awesome, and you are magical, and all the things that make you you are beautiful. And please,
they are your
please
superpower.